Hello, welcome to today's channel update. Don't quite know what to title this one. I'll probably figure it out just before I publish it. I tell you this, April's been a very strange month. A lot of family things, not bad stuff, just family schedules, commitments, and things kind of ate into hobby time. So, which was kind of unfortunate. That happens every so often, though. New work on the the garden, lawn, and all that kind of stuff eats in. Holidays eat in. That's to be expected. But what I didn't expect was a few, I guess, bits of news that kind of, threw me off kilter. I didn't even realize it. First one is right after I recorded last month's update video, but right before I published it, I got word from one of the suppliers I was ordering my bolt action Polish infantry from. He wasn't going to be able to fill my order, and which was at a pretty good discount, so I was feeling pretty bummed. Took almost a full month after I placed the order to actually get the money back, and then I could not, with my limited budget, turn around and actually purchase what I needed to make my originally envisioned 10th Motorized Cavalry Brigade. I'd have to buy a couple units of different things, and it would be a combination of regular Polish Army plus the 10th Motorized Brigade. So I really kind of felt crestfallen a little bit. Well, an opportunity came. A friend of mine from gaming gave me a Sherman, which ended up being, it wasn't the Sherman 5, which is normally I would end up with in my Polish 1st Armor Division, British Army. But as the replacements came in, sometimes the Polish Armor Division would receive, instead of the Sherman 5, they would receive the Sherman 2 instead. And actually this model pretty well represents the Sherman 2. And so I thought, oh wait, this might be a chance. So with the refunded money that I couldn't afford for the regular Polish Army, I played around with some things, and turned out with some careful purchasing, I'd be able to actually buy all the units I needed to create a platoon of the Polish 1st Armor Division, a motorized infantry platoon of actually the 10th Dragoons. So I started getting all excited again, which is good. Went ahead and got the refund, placed the order. Unfortunately, the order hasn't been filled yet. Here it is at the end of May, or end of April, I mean, and I don't know when it's going to be filled, but that's going to be a change. So I'm still going to be building some of the Polish 10th Cavalry stuff, motorized cavalry, and over the course of the fall and Christmas time, I'll add to that to finally build that particular envisioned army. But I'm going to switch my focus for bolt action now to my 1st Polish Armor Division. That way I can also go after the Panthers and Tigers that my opponents I know are going to bring. So, now, what was interesting is that at the same time that happened, I started getting interested in, okay, now I got to switch gears. I put off researching my 10th Brigade. Now I just research the 10th Dragoons, and I realized research takes a lot of time, and there's not a whole lot to show for it. So the research I was doing actually enabled me to be able to accurately model the 8th Infantry Battalion, Rifle Battalion, and the 10th Dragoons. So my infantry will be split up between those two, and it'll be great. I'm excited about it. This is actually going back to my original love of scale modeling. So, but I spent a lot of time doing research instead of building models. Okay, and it took a lot more time than I expected, but it was fun. I had a blast doing it. Don't know if you guys do much research on what you work on, but that is actually one of the things I enjoy about World War II tabletop gaming, or any real war tabletop gaming. Next little bit of an update. We haven't been doing much 40K because Shadow War came out. So at the store we started a sort of a league. League's a kind of a too strong a term, but a short campaign with the Shadow War, and I decided to go with my Skitarii. I happen to have 5 Skitarii models, Skitarii Rangers, and some Tech Priests. You might have seen those. And so I have enough models where I can actually field stuff from that list, and now I actually have a way to play those Skitarii that I haven't had to before, or haven't been able to before. So the weekends at the shop have been gaming Shadow War instead, and learning the Shadow War rules, and I actually think it's pretty good. I've never played Necromunda, never knew anything about it. I love Mordheim though, which is very similar. Some of the mechanics are different. The hard thing to get used to is the pinning rule for Shadow War. But other than that, it's a very engaging game, and played up against Tyranid Warriors. Let's see, Lich, Dark Eldar, Witches, and I had 2 games against them. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely not an easy match either time. Played against Harlequins. I forgot there's another one. I don't remember. I've had a lot of fun playing that. It was really enjoyable, and if you want to go for a good skirmish game, it's not that bad. It's a pretty good way to stay in 40k. I like Heralds of Ruin Kill Team, but this has a completely different flavor, and I could play both. I can't honestly say I like one over the other. So that's been taking up time at the store, the weekends, my gaming. Fortunately, this weekend on the 29th, so we're scheduled to do the 4th of the narrative campaign scenarios, where the Grand Army, the Laughing God, takes on its final battle or final engagement, building his army before the prologue begins, and he finally reveals his grand army to the world. So hopefully that'll happen. Got to reserve the back room to hopefully get some quieter sound, better sound quality. We'll see how that plays out. No pun intended. But I think it'll be a lot of fun to watch that scenario unfold. Now, one of the things that I also came up during this end of March, beginning of April, was, especially with Adepticon happening, is all the stir about 40k 8th edition. And this is where basically a revelation hit me. I hate change. I mean, I really hate change. I hate it. I mean, it's just, I get so good at understanding a particular system, and then they change it. That's, yeah, so. The thing is, I also don't mind some of the benefits that come from the change, but I hate changing. So, the last several weeks, I've been kind of demotivated because, with the whole Age of Sigmar debacle, at least I consider it a debacle, I was worried that all the effort I put into a lot of my models, a lot of my Exodites, and the storylines and everything I've done is pretty much for nothing. Now, I know my Tactica videos, a lot of those are going to be pretty much worthless, but there's still going to be certain nuggets within them, so I'll leave them all up. But here's a whole new system, whole new bunch of rules, and I cut my teeth on some pretty detailed war games like Squad Leader, which is very detailed oriented, individual weapons, guns, machine guns, and small units, 5-man, 10-man squads, mortar teams, whatever. And rules for governing every different type of weapon and weapon system, different tank, had different armor values, weapon values, open top, closed top, rules for whether you had the tank buttoned up or crew exposed. It was all these rules, and I loved it. I don't mind those kind of systems. And of course, now here comes 40k 8th edition, the grand simplification. So there's a lot of rumors are going around. Okay, this week a lot more clarity's happened, but still there's a lot of there were a lot of rumors. A lot of emotion comes with that, and so I kind of burst my bubble a little bit. Wasn't too enthusiastic. I'm still enthusiastic for, like I said, the narrative campaign that I've got. I love the stories that I've written in those storyline campaigns. But I've got all these models, some of them in process, some of them almost done. It's like, do I really want to finish them? I will. At least the Titanosaur, I know I'm going to finish that one. That one's taking time because I'm trying to get it just right and the harness, and I want it to look right before I actually start committing to all the green stuff work. But as I look through all the things that they were talking about, changes to 8th edition, so many I didn't like. Some of them I did. Okay. Like the movement rules, new movement inches per, going to be different by each model. And Mordheim is like that. Shadow Wars is like that. A lot of game systems are like that. And that's cool. I don't have any problem with that. It's good change. Monster creatures and vehicles all kind of be in the same profile. Not certain I like that. I know what they're trying to do, and I completely am supportive of that. They might have done it a little wrong. Morale leadership test. From what I hear, I don't like what's coming. It doesn't match anything that I have experienced in most of the wargaming I've done. As far as when units break and fall back, they rout and they have to regroup. That mechanic looks like it's gone, and I don't. But we'll have to see. So this week, fortunately, there's been some updates come out. An FAQ before the rules come out. There's an FAQ, which is fantastic. It looks like there's a lot of the changes they're going to make will be positive. One of the best pieces of news is their 3 approaches that they're actually endorsing. They have the point system in there for competitive play. At least they're acknowledging the competitive side now. But then they have what they call open play, which basically you play anything you want. You bring what you want, any army you want, no ally type rules. And the narrative one, which is what I really am excited about, is you work out with your opponent the story you're trying to tell, and you pick units that support that storyline. So that actually works out well with my Exodites, because I've got the Tyranid Codex, Dark Eldar Codex, Eldar Codex together to come up with that. Now it can be seamlessly put into a game with this new rules approach. So I think that's some good stuff. I was teasing on the Facebook group today with our Central Gamers group, doing the whole spoiled brat rant about the rules, the summaries that came out, and flippantly saying, I'm gonna go make sure I get my lighter fluid. But you know what? I'm just being facetious there. I'm gonna reserve judgment till it comes out. At least the core rules will be free, so I don't need to waste money buying it to see if I like it. I have a feeling that I will like it, except for maybe the vehicle rules. Again, I've spent so much time studying and mimicking armor conflict in World War II war games. The idea of having a toughness value instead of an armor penetration mechanic just doesn't sit right with me. But that's me. That's just my personal opinion. But anyway, I hate change. Okay, so it honestly, the reality is, with that, it's kind of demotivating for me. So April hasn't really seen a lot of forward progress on my model projects, and that's been kind of a bummer. Now, the schedule conflicts, and I've been out certain weekends, and we were doing the Shadow War stuff, so that rep content was pretty much out for this week, or this month. But that's all coming back in May, because again, we're having the 4th scenario of the narrative campaign coming up, and then I'm going to hold judgment here. We might stick with 7th edition for the rest of the next 4 after that, which will be the rest of the campaign, or we may switch gears, and maybe the second half, the second 4 games would be 8th edition. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. Either way, we're going to finish it. I really enjoy the story. I want to showcase Dave's army in a story, and I'm really enjoying watching the games unfold, because you never know what's going to happen until it actually happens in front of you. So I look forward to that. So other than that, there's really not a lot of news on the front coming up, but hopefully 8th edition will turn out to be a good thing. I probably will have I know I'll have my a review of my opinions on it as I read the rules and the changes and how it affects my armies and coming at it from different perspectives. I know, especially when even though you're able to use all your different units, all your different models, all your different units, our army will be available, just whole new rule set. Even all the codexes are worthless now, or will be. It's going to have an impact, and so I'll go army by army, kind of walk through what the deal is. Of course, I have to be able to afford all those codexes. I need Orc, Tyranid, Guard, Tau, the Dark Elder and Elder. That's 6 codexes I'll need. Not codexes, but 6 armies. So it looks like they're breaking into the Empire, Chaos, and Xenos. So hopefully the Xenos will be 1 book, and Imperial will be another book. So that'd be only 2 books I need to buy. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll see how that all plays out. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens. So that's the what's been going on side of things, and I can't say it's an excuse, but that's why content's been kind of back there. Motivation's been kind of hit because of the 8th edition rumors, and I'll be honest, I'm emotionally invested in my 40K and any of my games. This is a big part of my hobby life. I don't want to see it kind of go Age of Sigmar, So, all right, so that's what's what. Hopefully, more will come. More good stuff anyway, and we'll see what happens in May. All right. Catch you guys later. Share and subscribe, please, and hopefully May will be much better, and we'll see a lot more battles and model building going on. All right, take care. Bye bye.